I figured that I figured out that I'm an old school parent recently. Does anybody know what an old school parent is?
Not you.
Not me? I'll tell you who I am. You know how I know I am?
Your wife.
I am, if I am sick, I will cough on my kids just to slow them down. Does that meet your approval? Yes, if Daddy's going through something, we're all going through something. That's how it is in my house. I figured out that my wife is also an old school parent. We're a match. And I actually figured that out before our first kid was even born. She was pregnant with our first kid. And we were talking about what we wanted, right? And my wife said, I said the thing that everyone says, like, what do you want from your kid? I just want them to be healthy, right? My wife did not say that. I said, I want him to be healthy. I want her to be healthy. And she's like, oh, I want her to be cool. I was like, what do you mean cool? She's like, like us. I'm like, we are not cool. I don't know who told you that, but we are not cool. I wear socks that go up to my knees, and you correct other people's grammar. We are not cool. She goes, other people's grammar is redundant. And I was like, do you see what I'm talking about? They have no chance. But no, it's true. We're definitely both old school parents. I enjoy watching my kids struggle. You can relax. I'm not a monster. It's not like I enjoy them struggling breathing or anything. It's not like that. But I do enjoy watching them struggle. Like my 4-year-old, my youngest is 4. She was trying to open this sucker, this lollipop that she had for dessert one night. And so she's got it. She's like got it in her stomach, and she's like really trying to work on it. She's like breathing hard, and she's like grunting, like she's playing tennis or something, right? And I just caught myself looking at her and be like, I could watch this all day. Right? Eventually I walked over to her, I sat down next to her, right? Like I sat all the way down just so I could get a really good look. And it's really pissing her off. Finally she looks up at me, she's like, can you help me? I'm like, I think you got it. You almost got it. You should keep going. So she works on it another few minutes. She finally gets it. She's like, I got it. I'm like, you got it, but it's bedtime. So, guess you get it tomorrow, don't you? Next time, get stronger fingers, kid. So we all in agreement. I am an old school parent. You agree now, right? Good. You like it. And my wife's trying to kill me, though. That's a problem. Don't get me wrong. She doesn't want to do it herself. That's the issue. She just keeps putting me in dangerous situations. And then I turn around and she's gone. Right? We live in Seattle. We were driving home. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And we were driving through White Center, which is kind of a more dangerous neighborhood. About 10 minutes from our house. And she's like, I gotta pee. And I'm like, first of all, this is like the 3rd time this hour. So can you wait till we go home? Make it home. And she's like, I can't wait. So I was like, then you're deciding where we pull over. She's like, okay, what about the Safeway? I said, sure, fine. We pull into the Safeway. Pull in, put the car to a stop, turn it off, and she's like, well, are you coming in with me? And I was like, no, I am not. I do not have to pee. She looks at me, she goes, people get shot here all the time. She's like, nobody here at Safeway, nobody's getting shot at Safeway. It's called Safeway. No, that's not happening. She's like, no, Google it, look it up. And so I pull up my phone, God damn it, she's right, people get shot there all the time. It's like 2 people got shot like the week before. I was like, you're right. She's like, I know I'm right. She's like, now are you coming in? I was like, now I'm really not coming in. You argued yourself out of that one. She's like, you're not coming in. You are not coming in to protect me. I'm like, no, I'm not. What would my role be if we go in there? Because you're going to walk all the way to the back, and you're going to shut a locked door and be by yourself while I have to mingle with any of these would-be shooters and tell them that they cannot get into. If they're coming to see me, they need to go to the bathroom too. And I'm the one that has to tell them no? That's a good way to get shot, right? She's like, yeah, that's what you're going to do. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. She's like, why not? I was like, because if you wanted to marry a human shield, you should have picked somebody taller. So she agreed. But you know what else? When she figured that out, she didn't have to go to the bathroom anymore. We made it all the way home. Smart. It's being a smart husband, I think. I'm also a feminist husband, which got a real lack of support in here. That's okay. A lot of women in here. It's kind of weird. You're waiting? Oh. We're waiting. True feminists. I get it. No, I am a feminist husband. I am. A lot of guys, even in Seattle, will say they're feminists. They don't back it up, and I back it up. I'm so feminist that I let my wife make more money than me. Those people who did not cheer at the first part also did not cheer at the second part. I am very confused about what we have going on here. That's all right, because we sat down, my wife and I, before we got married, we sat down and we decided that she was going to do all the work. She was going to make all the money so I could take all the credit. I told her that way we can both be feminists, and you know, it didn't go over very well, so that's what happened anyway. Now, I told that joke in Seattle, and somebody stood up in Seattle to give their opinion, as they would do in Seattle. And she goes, hey, asshole, you know that's not feminism. And I go, well, it is a joke, and you're at a comedy show, so I don't know how to break it to you. But she wouldn't sit down. She goes, I challenge you to put your money where your mouth is. I challenge you to be a real feminist. And I laughed at her. Which was not the right response. Not at all. I said, I'm 2 steps ahead of you because I've been putting my mouth where my money is for years, so. There's a surprising lack of awareness back there. I don't have any charts for you tonight. I didn't bring them. I can't explain it to you. Most men can't handle having a spouse that out-earns them, and I don't understand that. I'm not at all embarrassed that my wife makes more money than me. What's embarrassing is how much more money she makes than me. Like, if you were to look at our paychecks side by side, you'd think that I get paid daily. She gets paid monthly. Thank God one of those is true. It's the important one. One time I started laughing. I actually had the check side by side. I started laughing. I was like, what are you laughing about? I said, well, your check pays the mortgage. And if you locked me out, my check wouldn't even pay for a locksmith to let me back in. She's like, I know, I already thought about that a lot. I was like, thanks a lot. Thank you. Appreciate that. She knows how I feel about the whole situation. I gotta say, she's great. She likes to say things to make me feel better. My favorite time is when we weren't even talking about money. She looked up out of the blue and she goes, baby, I don't even know how much money you make. Which I thought was really nice. Until I thought about it some more and I realized that that is the married version of size doesn't matter to me. I said, I bet if my paycheck was bigger, you'd notice it, wouldn't you? We went to go get life insurance after our second kid was born because we obviously didn't care enough about our first. I asked the agent how much I should cover my wife for in case she dies prematurely. He looked at her and he looked at me, and he goes, to maintain your quality of life for the next 20 years, I'd recommend $2 million. And here's the problem with that. Sometimes when you're a comedian, you say the thing you should say on stage in real life. And it gets you in trouble. So he said $2 million, and I said, that sounds like a lot of money, but I'm not going to turn it away. He goes, this is insurance, right? You got to pay for that. And I said, you saw our paychecks. Who do you think is paying for this? My wife's getting really good at getting us out of positions that I get us into. She asked the guy the same question. She's like, how much do I have to cover him for in case he dies prematurely? And he didn't look at anything. He goes, you are good. He said, I wouldn't worry about it. You'll be just fine. And then even though he wanted my business and not hers, he gave her his business card and said, accidents happen. We were driving home after that, and my wife was I was laughing. I was like, why are you laughing? I was like, I can't tell if he was trying to pick you up for a date, sell you insurance, or he was a hitman. And she smiled at me and goes, he could have been all three. It's okay though, I understand it, I get it. He was only with us for 20 minutes. It was a very brief consultation. But he already figured out our whole relationship in that 20 minutes. And that is that I am a below average height male with questionable social skills and a middling income. I am the participation trophy of trophy husbands. That's right, I'm the model you get just for playing the game.